Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog softball with this head coach, Sarah Rotta. And Coach, first of all, welcome to the show for the first time.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here. It was a great email to get home to and come to. So.
Just got back from Florida. A great week in the Sunshine State. Looks like you got plenty of sunshine down in Florida.
I did. Quite a bit of us did. Peeling, burning within the first few days. So we had great weather. Played a lot of games down there, 11 games, had a couple games rained out. Just talk about that experience first year here at the Bulldog helm, and talk about what you learned from your team down there in Florida. There was quite a bit for me to learn coming in when I did, getting hired in November. And then we had an issue where I really didn't get to sit down and settle in with the team till January and start practicing and really getting a feel for them. And what I realized, it was such a difference between indoor practices and then actually getting outside in a game and getting to know them on that level. We have so many freshmen and new people that I really expected them to step up. They did, but the learning curve is still there. We played tight quite a bit while we were there, and you expect that with freshmen. I think that they spent a lot of time playing more afraid to make a mistake than not. We spent a lot of time playing to not lose as opposed to winning a game, and I think that comes with young teams. I would have loved to have gotten our Indiana tournament in the week before, get a couple extra games, and those games that were rained out, because I think that for me personally as a coach, I feel a little bit behind in making sure that I have all the connections that I need in reading players when they know how to step up in game time and pressure situations. But learned so much about them. I think they learned about themselves. The consistent thing is we have a fantastic group of players of team chemistry that are willing to work hard. The two seniors, Amy Dunleavy and Alex Whitman, have done a phenomenal job keeping this team together and making me a part of this team and the coaching staff. So we did learn quite a bit. I'd like to be outside this week before we would be stepping out. That's the hardest thing about coming back in from Florida and spring trips is this weather and coming back indoors. Wow. So that's going to be something to deal with.
Well, I know you got a few wins there early down in Florida and really closed the tournament on a great run, won your last 3 games down in Florida.
Feel really good about that. We went out of the starting gate. We were able to pick up an extra game on Friday night when we got out there. We really started hitting the ball the first few games, which I think actually our offense should be the strongest part of us this year, when I know we've been carried through by defense in the past. And then we kind of hit a leveling out point where we couldn't click either offensively or defensively, and we need to get back on those cylinders again. We had the day off. We came back out ready to go. I've never seen the team so ready when we ended up in a rain delay in that situation and losing those 2 games, but came back. The biggest thing I did realize, we are not a morning team. Waking up at 5:30 and trying to play, we don't start out very strong. But after a difficult time with Southern Indiana, we came back and played really well our last 3 games. Everybody saw the field, everybody contributed, saw some things in players that I didn't expect to see, which was really good. That's going to help us out. And everybody came home high on our trip and ready to go.
Well, I know you mentioned Southern Indiana. You faced a number of teams, strong Division II programs, many of them from the northern states that go down there to Florida as well.
We had the toughest games that we had when we played, and the 2 ranked teams that we played, and we played really well. I feel that we played very strategically with them. The players were up for it. We have a tendency to play to our competition right now, and that's indicative of a young team as well, and that's something we'll need to work on. But we gave up a couple innings in both of those games, and that was it. We didn't get beat throughout. Our goal stepping in Florida was winning every inning that we were out there and taking it step by step. And so when you look at that picture, we won a lot of innings. We had some tough innings where we were losing single innings, and that's where we really have to clean up. We also have to clean up when we go out and have a big inning offensively, coming back around and shutting them down defensively and keeping that in our corner and continuing to go, and that's another thing that we'll have to work on.
I know you're scheduled to play at home this weekend, weather permitting, against Ashland and Malone as you start conference play. Just talk about going into the conference for the first time and now facing some of these teams in conference action.
I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the GLIAC teams anyway. I'm excited to get on the field with them. I have a lot of respect for quite a few coaches in the GLIAC and the teams that we're going into. I would love to get on the field and play this weekend. It is just before coming in here and sitting down, all the phone calls and everything going on. We're going to do whatever we can, and our facility staff here has been doing a fantastic job blowing off the field of snow while we were gone and getting it ready. right now I think we're going to run into some temperature issues in the high 20s only on Saturday, Sunday. We're looking at tentatively have Davenport University softball field ready to go for us if we need be, but once again running into temperature issues. Spoken with a few of the teams, and everybody's trying to figure out what we're doing at this point, but we're ready to go. We don't want to sit back indoors. We need to take our last 3 games and get on the field and keep playing and looking forward to it. I really like we were selected 4th to finish in the GLIAC in the voting, and I take that as a compliment, losing 7 strong seniors that we did, and Dana especially on the mound. And we're happy with that. We're not higher where we have a bullet on our back, but we're in a place where I think we're good to go, and we're excited about it. And it shows that people were very respectful of the recruiting class that we brought in, and that they're aware that we are in a situation with a new coach and a whole new team. We might as well. We could be really going into a fall right now, but I think we're at a point where we're ready to go, and I'm looking for very positive things. I'm not happy coming back with a 5-6 record. I wouldn't be happy unless we were 11-0, and I'd probably still be sitting here with you telling you we needed to do this and we needed to do this. But real happy where we're settling in, that we're ready to go. We got some good things from our relief pitcher. Stacy Thompson stepped in after being off last year as a redshirt freshman and really did a job for us closing. And it was actually really exciting to be a part of, where we had our starting pitchers, and then we have a little long relief in the middle and a closer, although I believe Stacy will be getting more innings as we go. Kara DeLange came back after an injury, and she's been doing a great job. And obviously, Amy Dunleavy, with her job that she's doing on the mound after sitting behind Dana for so long, she did a phenomenal job down there in her leadership, and our freshman Megan Heiler's coming through. So I was very happy to see what our pitching staff did while we were down there, and looking forward to that. I'd like to see our offense lighted up. That's what we want to see.
Well, Coach, I know it was a great trip to Florida, and you learned a lot about your team, and looking forward to what should be an outstanding season, an outstanding spring here for the Bulldogs.
I am too. I'm ecstatic about it. I love the facilities where we're going, and I said the players couldn't be better. They are an outstanding group of young women. We had just about every player was represented by family, grandparents, friends in Florida. Strong, very, very strong following for us. Everybody's real positive about Bulldog softball right now. So we just want to get on the field and hopefully get everybody's support out there and have a great season.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on what you've accomplished so far, and looking forward to more action coming up.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for another episode of Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.